Hello there, and welcome to the Digest, where I give you some leadership insights on some of the book reviews that I do that will be able to provoke your paradigm shift. And my name is Coach Gilbert. I'm the CEO of Ascent Leadership Group. So today's book is actually very interesting, and it's called The Great Mentor Models by Shane Parrish. And this book really helps to just uncover and understand that in life and business, you are unlikely to win if you have a few blind spots in you. So this means that you have to ensure that in your decision making, in your problem solving, that you're able to think through some of the issues, some of the challenges in a way that when you make a final call, then is a call that is likely to enable you to win. So we're going to look at it in four types of thinking that I call the 4T and I. And we'll start with the first T. And the first T here is the aspect of first principle thinking. And first principle thinking, basically what it means is in every solution, in every problem that you have, there's already a thought out solution. And many of us in our different capacities as leaders of the organization are quick in terms of just looking at the solution that is already existing without even thinking through and applying it, without understanding the dynamics of how the solution came into play. And that's where a number of us actually fall. And this first principle thinking then challenges us that in any decision making that we engage in, number one is, first of all, you have to examine the existing solution, which is okay. But number two is also we need to be able to test the assumptions, test the assumption of the solutions that you have, then understand the concept, then come up with a personalized solution that fits you as an organization, as a leader, but then will enable you to solve and make a decision that will be pertinent to actually what you're looking at the moment. So first principle thinking helps you to think through, looking at the current situation, the current solution, test the assumptions, then come up with a personalized solution. The second T that we're looking at is what we call second order thinking. And second order thinking here is just for you to be able to understand the outcome of your decision. Remember that if you make this decision, it will lead you to this place. So what is the outcome of your, what is the ripple effect of your outcome? And let's look at it in the current scenario, for example, where we are. If you are a leader or an organization, we are in the third wave for most of the country of COVID-19. If you recall your people back to office at this time, what will happen? What will be the ripple effect of your action? Are you looking at a circumstance where, for example, if you recall your people back to office, what will happen is then you are actually exposing your team, and your team will actually then possibly contract the virus, and majority of them will be possibly sick, and all of them, or majority, you find that they've taken sick offs in one or another. Then you end up possibly just having the whole team away. So the ripple effect of your outcome is what then you really need to be able to look at as a leader. And this is what we call the second order thinking. And second order thinking, basically what it helps us to do is for you to simulate your reactions, the ripple effect of your decision, then now come up with a solution that will be able to even overcome the ripple effect out of it. The other thinking aspect that you need to be able to understand is the probabilistic thinking. And then, just as the name suggests, is what is the probability that your decision will not be correct? And that's what you need to be able to ask yourself. What is the probability that the outcome that you're looking at will not be the same? And you look at it in this way. If you're crossing a road, then you ask yourself, what is the probability of you being knocked by a car? Then you'll be able to start dissecting the solution. And here basically what it helps in terms of four areas. Number one is it helps in terms of identifying. It helps you to identify what your outcome is and what you're looking at as the outcome. And then number two is also helps you to come up with some sense of odds. Remember, you're looking at the different odds that are there. And then number three, it helps you in terms of checking your assumptions, whether your assumptions are actually correct or not. And then for you to make a decision as the final one, that is a decision that you've thought through in those four stages. And the last one that I want us to look at is the I. As I said, 4T and the I. The I is the inversion thinking. And the inversion actually, just as the name suggests, is just looking at the opposite of your outcome, and look at it in whatever case. For example, you want to, today you've woken up and you say you want to have a very productive day today. Then for you to be able to come up with some steps that will lead you to have a productive step, you need to ask yourself, what are the things that will make me not to have a productive day? Then you start now getting those things done. For example, you say, if I will not have a productive day if I sleep here, or if I engage in social media for almost half my day or whatever. So then you start coming up with solutions around it. So you find that the solutions that you get out of the inverted outcome, then you have your outcome. And look at it in organizations. Another example, in organizations where you have campaigns, the question that you need to ask yourself is, what is if you want to have a successful campaign, you need to invert it and say, what will be an unsuccessful campaign look like? Then you're able to break down and say, customers will have backlash, this will happen, and so on. So when you're able to dissect the inverted solution, then you have your solution. So as a summary, this book helps you in terms of really in your life and in whatever business that you are in, to be able to ensure that your decision making and problem solving is actually perfect. You look at near perfect actually. You look at your blind spots, ensure that all your blind spots are looked in for you to be able to make a decision that you can be able to win with it. So I hope you've gotten some key concepts around there that you can be able to apply in your life, you can be able to apply in your business, you can be able to apply with your team. And what I'll urge you is, if you like this, please subscribe, so that then you're able to give you some weekly content, especially on the books that I read, that will be so beneficial for you as a leader, for you as an organization, and for you as a business person. And if you want us to come and engage with your team, to engage with your organization in whatever capacity, our contact details are there. Reach out to us so that you can come speak, you can come do a short presentation, you can come do a team building in your team to be able to learn some of these concepts that we are sharing. Otherwise, thank you very much, and looking forward for the next episode where I give you another book, a summary of a book review, and I hope you'll be able to enjoy. Thank you very much, and my name is Coach Gilbert.